Hello and welcome to another segment of the Princess K Talk Show, which talks about relationship, lives, issues in marriages, relationships, even friendships, and other things as well as lifelong commitments and so human beings in general, just issues revolving life. So, and this segment discusses about the beauties and dangers of marriage. Today I'm recording in a different position because just for a change, just decided to record it like that and see how it is. So I apologize if my hand is shaking and yeah. So this is based on a research and some other motivational speakers that I listen to, and some more research goes into it. So I do know what I'm talking about, and I have people who have gone through it personally as well. So because sometimes it's better to learn from another person's mistakes than to actually learn from your own mistakes. It's better. It saves you the pain and everything. So marriage is the greatest attraction and can also be the greatest distraction, right? The greatest attraction meaning, it's beautiful. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. And it's amazing how, God commanded it, and it's God's own commandment on humans that we should marry if we cannot keep our bodies and, if we cannot discipline ourselves, then it's better we get married, right? So, and it could be the greater distraction, meaning it can derail you from what you want to do personally in your life before you get yourself involved with a man or with a husband, before you are joined. So it can be the greatest distraction. So that's why it's important you marry because of love and knowledge, rather than marry because you're lonely or because you just want someone to stay with or anything. So it's very, very important. So joy and frustration. Marriage can be beautiful. It can bring you joy. It can bring you peace, and it can also bring you frustration, anger. Whereas, you can feel like you're in love with somebody, and then 2 weeks to a year or 2 years later, and you're wondering, did I make the right mistake? Did I make the right choice rather, or did I make a mistake? So it makes you think, because living with a person day in, day out, it's not easy. You have to choose wisely. Marriage is a long life thing. It can destroy you. Just like I said in my previous series when I spoke about reasons why people get married. It can derail you, it can destroy you, it can make your destiny, and it can destroy your destiny. So you have to be careful who you get married to, because it's going to affect your kids, it's going to affect you, and it may even affect your generation if you're not careful. So it's very, very important. So these are top points that I'm just throwing out there. So, and I'm trying to expand on it. So again, I apologize if I take too long. If I say 9-10 minutes, I apologize. I just want to expand on it so you can understand a bit more of what I'm talking about. So, and marriage is an option given by God, right? The choice is not mandatory. Just like I said before, marriage is not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody in terms of not everybody is cut out for marriage, right? Some have tried it, some have realized that, I'm not cut out for it, so it's just best I just, remain single, maybe just have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and just, and just leave it at that, So, and some are cut out for marriage, they've tried it, they want to try again. Marriage is their destiny. Some people are destined to get married, and some are not destined to get married. That's the way life is. We all have different destinies, different talents. We're not equal, right? God never created us equal, because we all are different, and we all have weaknesses. So in that weaknesses, it's, we all need each other. because nobody is perfect, right? So that's the way it is. Marriage can derail you from your destiny. Just like I said before, it can derail you. It can make you, and it because once you have something like planned, like, you want to go to uni, or maybe you want to start a new career, or fulfill this dream that you've always wanted to do, and you know in your heart that it's what you've always wanted to do, and you meet a man and he comes into the picture and you think, oh God, I'm so in love with him, like this is the perfect timing because I want to start my career, everything will match together. And what if it may not be the will of God? Have you asked God if that guy is the one for you, or if that woman is the one for you? And at the end of the day, it can destroy your destiny. Your marriage can distract you from what you actually want to do, or the man or the woman may not even want you to even do that. So you have to really think before getting married to someone and choosing your life partner, right? So I'm not going to finish all these points. I'm just going to cut it short, and then I'll come back next week and continue it, because I don't want to bore you too much with it, and I don't want to talk too long. So, right, the other point is the most important decision you will ever make in your life is who you choose or who you plan to live with for the rest of your life. Now that is important, because who you plan you're gonna live with is so important, because on a daily basis you guys are gonna get each other angry, you're gonna piss each other off, sorry for my language, you are going to annoy each other. There will be some little things, some petty things that both of you will do that will get on both of your nerves. We're human. That's what makes us human. But the knowledge is, how do you handle that? You have to be prepared. And I'm telling you, age doesn't make you mature or qualify for marriage. You can be 40 years old and not be ready for marriage. You can be 25 and be ready for marriage. It depends on the knowledge you have and your divine time to get married, because everybody has divine time. Everybody has their each set time to get married. So it depends on when it's your time to get married. So age doesn't qualify maturity. Like, I could be, just like I said, I could be 40, 50 years old or 60 and I may not be matured. And you could meet someone that's 30 in their 40s and they're matured. It's not the age, it's the knowledge, it's the experience of life and everything they've been through, how they've learned it and how they've applied it to their life and how they've learned from it. That's what is called knowledge, because it says in the Bible that my people lack knowledge and they perish. Knowledge is so powerful. It's more powerful than anything you can obtain. It's more powerful than wealth. So it is so important. So I'm gonna just go on my last point, because my time is going. So I'm gonna go to my last point, right? So the last point is, all your degrees mean nothing when you get married. So when you get into marriage, all your degrees mean nothing. It means nothing, absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, right, you're not gonna use that degree in marriage, because at the end of the day, even the ones that are highest of the esteem and have the best qualifications in life, their marriage doesn't work based on that. Success is not based on the qualifications you have. You can have all the highest degrees, you can have a PhD in doctorate, you can have a PhD in everything. It doesn't mean that your marriage will work. So it's knowledge. Knowledge is so important. And if I have to tell you to end this, knowledge keeps marriage together. Love is good, but love doesn't guarantee that your marriage will last. It doesn't guarantee it. But knowledge does, and commitment and choice to continually choose every day to commit to this person. Commitment is like committing to God. When you commit to God and you say, okay, God, I'm going to worship you for the rest of my life. It's a commitment and it's not easy. So you have to make that decision every single day, despite how you feel. So with that being said, it's been 10 minutes now. I apologize if I have taken too much of your time. So do stay tuned, and thank you ever so much for listening. And I will come back next week with more points on the beauties and dangers of marriage. So thank you so much for listening, and do like my channel. Please share, because there might be some other people that would want to learn from this. Thank you so much, and do have a lovely day.